The Montgomery bus boycott was one of the most powerful protests of the civil rights movement. It all started on 1st December 1955 when a black woman named Rosa Parks refused to give up her seat for a white passenger on a segregated bus in Montgomery, Alabama. She was arrested, and that moment became the spark that ignited a movement. At the time, segregation laws in the South forced black passengers to sit at the back of the bus while white passengers sat at the front. If the bus became full, black passengers were expected to give up their seats. Yet, despite making up around 75% of bus riders in Montgomery, black passengers were treated as second class citizens. Rosa Parks' arrest gave civil rights activists the moment they had been waiting for. The black community in Montgomery, led by the newly formed Montgomery Improvement Association, MIA, called for a boycott of the city's buses. A young minister named Martin Luther King Jr. was chosen to lead the movement, and he encouraged peaceful protest. For 381 days, black residents of Montgomery walked, carpooled, or found other ways to travel, refusing to use the buses. This was not easy. Many faced job losses, harassment, and even violence. Dr. King's house was bombed, and boycott leaders were arrested. Yet the community remained strong, knowing their actions were part of something much bigger. The boycott gained national attention, and in November 1956, the U.S. Supreme Court ruled that segregation on buses was unconstitutional. This was a major victory for the civil rights movement. The boycott ended in December 1956, when black passengers could finally ride the buses without being forced to give up their seats. The Montgomery bus boycott proved that nonviolent protests could bring real change. It launched Martin Luther King Jr. as a national leader and inspired future protests, from lunch counter sit-ins to the freedom rides. More than just a fight for bus seats, it was a stand for dignity, equality, and justice. The story of Montgomery was not just about one woman refusing to move. It was about an entire community choosing to stand together. And that unity changed history.